Hi, everyone, and welcome to Moments of Clarity. My name is Tiffany Warner, licensed mental health counselor and host. We're going to do the intro really quick and let Tanta take it on, but we have to fix the audio. Yeah.
Don't put yourself down, time for a change. Believe in yourself, time to rearrange. Be your best friend, bring hope to your day. Lose your critic, get out of your way. Now it clicks, moments of clarity. Now I hear moments of clarity. Now I get it, moments of clarity. To yourself be kind, it will please your mind. Find your joy, trust in you. Put in the time, you'll see how you grow. Many kinds of love you get to define. Find self-love, your soul will align. Now it clicks, moments of clarity. Now I hear moments of clarity. Now I get it, moments of clarity.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We have to fix an audio problem. I'm going to let Tan talk radio with Leslie. I think you have to
Radio Network.
lower your volume.
Welcome to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner, licensed mental health counselor in the state of Florida. Moments of Clarity's mission is to educate and end the stigma on mental health through the inspirational stories of our exceptional guests. You can join in the show by calling Tiffany toll-free at 866-826-1340 or on Facebook and Twitter at MOC with Tiffany. Now, here's Tiffany Warner.
Hi, and welcome to Moments of Clarity. My name is Tiffany Warner. I am a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm your host. And before I introduce my guest, I need Ed on here. And say hi to Ed at Tan Talk Radio.
Hello. Happy Thursday.
Ed, we're having some audio difficulties. Leslie, do you happen to have two browsers open by accident?
No, ma'am. I've got the board exactly the way it always is.
Not you, Leslie.
Oh.
I'm having an
No,
echo.
I just have
everything as it usually is, but I can't get rid of the echo.
Yeah, I just have you guys open. Unless I come back.
Yeah, when Leslie speaks, I don't hear. There's no echo. When I speak, there's an echo. When you speak, there's echo.
So that means what? I mean, you have everything as it usually is.
Well, it sounds like there's something on her end. It might be.
This has happened before.
Yeah, no, I believe it was an open browser.
Should I close up again and come back?
Close all Chrome browsers and Safari, and then come back in, and I'll just start with Ed.
I'll be back in a flash.
Okay. So Ed, hey.
So what's new?
Happy Thursday. See, I don't have an echo with you, so it's got to be something on her end. I mean,
Did you just say it was Thursday?
Today's Friday. Happy Friday.
Thank you.
Earth
Scared
Day.
me. Like I can't take another day. No.
I'm just frazzled because we couldn't get the audio correct, and it's just like
to me it sounds like she's gonna open a browser.
She's got a browser open. That's what I thought too. That there's two of us, like two shows open or something.
Yeah.
Close everything out and then come back in. But it's Earth Day, and Leslie's a health and wellness person.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you, like, while she's not here, if you're watching virtually, she looks like Sandra Bullock, seriously, and is just gorgeous and fit in everything, and knows how to help us with our mindset and be the hero of our own lifestyle through our mindset and wellness, and not only just what we eat, but what we don't eat, and how it affects our mental health and everything. I think both of us could be happier people, Ed, if we ate differently. Just sometimes.
Are you dropping a hint here or something? I mean,
I'm saying I'm supporting our guest. And I'm putting,
oh,
I said
okay.
us, we, not just
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
don't you feel different though anyway? And then she doesn't just do eat and food, and this isn't going to be a show just all about that kind of stuff or Earth Day or anything like that. She does a lot of different things and has a lot of knowledge on entrepreneurship and things like that, and has a podcast and other interesting things. But in some way,
Actually, you bring up that it's Earth Day today. If you get a chance tonight, or anybody out there listening or watching, the National Geographic Channel has a bunch of those planet Earth things with the whales and stuff like that. And it's phenomenal to watch in HD or 4K. But it's a
yeah,
whole hour. There's different subjects for every hour tonight. I think it starts at like 5 o'clock this afternoon.
they have some of those things on. I think even Disney Plus and things like just Earth, and if you watch it on like a big screen TV.
Yeah.
I have yet to get surround sound, but I'm sure that would be
It's
amazing
just
just
it's
to
just
watch
crazy
it.
how they're able to follow these animals. I mean, especially like the whales. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Some of the pictures they get out on the in the jungle, and
Mhm.
chimpanzees running 70 miles an hour, and the camera's right behind them. You
Imagine
think
that being your
you think they
lifestyle
look over
too.
their shoulder once in a while and see the camera following them.
Kinda like the late Steve Irwin, that kind of thing though too.
Yeah,
Just
but it's a great day on National Geo tonight.
okay. Well, thanks for the tip.
Yeah,
Let's see how the audio is.
yeah,
Leslie, how are you?
I'm doing well. Can you hear me or should I raise my
Yes.
perfect.
volume?
No, this is great, and there's no echo, so that must have been
More
Me.
better.
yes, very, very.
More
We
better.
kind of got a little off topic,
Yeah,
but Earth Day, we were just kind of
we're just filling time.
yeah, killing time. Just chit chatting.
I have a
And
bit of trivia for you guys. Do you know
Huh?
the first year Earth Day started?
Hmm.
no,
Come on, drum
wait.
roll.
Oh wait, or the Jeopardy
First,
thing.
yeah, I'll take a shot in the dark. I'll
Okay.
take.
Wait,
I'm gonna say 1974. I don't know,
leave it
1974,
up to the listeners.
and I'll
When's
tell you why.
the
But go
first
ahead.
day
What's
Earth Day started? Call it
Yeah.
in 866-826-1340.
you gonna make me wait?
Yes.
Okay, well
866-826-1340.
then let me tell
Let us
you why
know.
I just took a shot at 74. I remember back in the day, and this was in around that area time, 74, when they started running commercials on TV for the planet, when they had the Indians standing on the shoreline with the garbage rolling in, and we started to become more Earth conscious. So I'm going to say 74, and that's why I picked that day, well, that year.
Well, we can just we can
I'll let you know. But let's see what the viewers say, right?
Uh-huh.
yeah, we can do this. Why can't today work?
Oh boy, I had to wait for that. Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
866-826-1340.
There you
It's
go.
the day that Earth Day started. And call in, and I don't know. I think some people are putting it in the chat. Smarty pants. People are Googling this. We could just do that instead of the call in, but someone says 1980. I don't know. Anyway, thanks. 866-826-866. I was just reading another chat. They're saying no, 1970. 866-826-1340. Gotta love live radio. Just gotta say. Anyway, my guest today is gone. I kind of introduced you a little bit while we were fixing the audio, but my guest today is a good friend of mine. But not only that, she does so many things and can teach us reset your mindset, uh, reclaiming one's health and wellness by being the hero of your own journey and your lifestyle journey through mindset shift and living in balance with mind, body, and spirit, using tools and techniques for the most optimal, revitalized lifestyle. And also, she says that creating awareness, living in a clean environment, and educating people how to detox your body and living space. And welcome to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany, Leslie Dowling.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure to be back. I feel like I'm a veteran now because I know what to do, how to sit, all the tech things. I've come a long way, but it's so apropos. I mean, Earth Day today, and I don't know. I don't want to be, and people that are listening in that know our family of social media tribe, I don't want to sound woo woo, but there's definitely like an uplifting feeling today. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Pennsylvania on the East Coast. And, I think just going through what we've all had gone through over the last couple of years has created that awareness of that fight or flight moment, or what the bleep is going on with our world. And so I'm
I love
good.
how you say bleep.
Yeah. So, I mean, because when I start speaking into things I'm passionate about, sometimes I will slip things in. I'm not going to do that. It's a clean, no pun intended, Earth Day. So just cleaning up what you're eating, being conscious of what you're putting in your body, what the next generation is eating, and setting that foundation for your children, because I really want to empower the young people too. Just to stop going through those fast foods and just start eating what Mother Earth provides. And it could be very overwhelming and but there's a lot going on with our environment that we just have to be aware of.
So while you were resetting the volume and getting out of the browser, it's like telling Ed, doesn't she look like, or she looks just like Sandra Bullock? Beautiful, and
Oh,
knows what she's doing. And it's not all just about Earth Day that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about resetting and being healthy, and just knowing you personally. When I catch a cold, you know exactly what to do and how to help me, and I order these vitamins and take this. And but you also host a podcast, and the podcast title doesn't really match what the podcast is about. And I want to let you explain. Welcome, Leslie Dowling, and let's see. Every time you say moments of clarity, I want to add, you get a bell, and tell us about how it all started for you from the beginning.
wow.
When you
Well,
found your moment of clarity.
wow. How many hours do we have? No, I'm only kidding. It
We have
started
one.
with, okay.
I can answer that one, not when the Earth Day began.
It started with losing my dad to a massive heart attack at 22. That kind of took the carpet out under my feet, realizing that life is so precious and you just don't know when your last day will be. And that's when I said to myself, you know what? At 22, I just had a different mindset, and that's when my mindset shifted with, don't sweat the BS, the little
The
stuff.
small stuff. We could just say
The
that.
small stuff, yes. Don't sweat the small stuff, and just live in the present. And you know what? Life is so precious. Live it to its potential. And that's when I started just eating healthier. And also the roots of my grandmother being born and raised on a farm in Italy. She really inspired me, and to learn how to respect Mother Earth. And that's kind of how it all evolved. And then I just started sharing that with my family, eating healthy. I was always very into competitive sports. And even at my age, in midlife, I'm still riding my horse competitively. You don't see a lot of women around my age group going over jumps, galloping through fields, being timed, eventing. So I just feel like as I'm aging, and I know a lot of people call it biohacking, I feel like I'm getting younger. My mental clarity is better. And it's just when you eat healthier, you feel better. Your senses are heightened. I have great sleep in the evening. I mean, I'm thriving and I'm loving it. And so my middle son, as I'm just getting to the question, we started a
And who would know
podcast.
that you're 75 years old? I mean, seriously.
I know. I look pretty damn good for 75, let me tell you. Wow. No,
She's not 75, but
no,
still.
I'm not 75. But I'm not 40 anymore anyway. No, but seriously, so I think what happened was it trickled on to my three sons, and my middle son is an environmental science major at Wake Forest University. And we always had really cool conversations. And I'm really starting to dive back into biostrategies, creating needs assessment strategies for executives, for employees, which I was doing prior to COVID. And that's really just tapping into how you're feeling. I mean, the younger generation is so on board. They want to protect. And, Mark Hyman, if anybody has an opportunity, Dr. Mark Hyman is an amazing resource. He has his own podcast, but he said, planet Earth is going to be here, but is the human race going to survive? So we really have to take things more seriously. But we started a podcast called Generation Foundation, and we speak into environmental triggers that are opening Pandora's box to autoimmune illness, the genetically modified and processed foods we're eating. And you see young kids with celiac disease, Crohn's disease. But in January of 2022, I started Keep It Dirty. And people are like, "Wait, what do you mean? What are you doing that's so dirty?" Well, it's me getting back into Mother Earth, putting my hands into that soil and speaking into and having guests on just even mental clarity. What did they do to uplift their life? Is it through their eating? Is it through just getting away from those stressors, just clearing, as we say, the muddy waters and really living optimally and healthy? So I'm having a blast with it. And Tiffany, you have to be a guest soon.
Yeah, you asked me to, and at first I was like, but I'm not probably the best person to be on Keep It Dirty because I don't share that kind of stuff. And then you explained that, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, then I could do that. It's funny. I have had a couple times. Dr. Beth Frates is a Harvard professor, and she's a physiatrist. With a physiatrist is lifestyle medicine, is basically what you're saying that you do. And so she said that same thing. Her ancestors had a series of either like heart attack or a stroke or something, and she wanted to prevent it. So to figure out what we can do to prevent those things from continuously happening to us later on in life so we can live a longer, happier lifestyle. And it took a while for me to say physiatrist, what is a physiatrist? And then lifestyle medicine. But
because there's nutrigenomics, which is the same. I don't want to get too technical, but it's food meeting physiology through symbiosis. So we're not, the phrase "you are what you eat." No, everybody's so individual. It's the way you process the food, and you might have food sensitivities that you're not aware of. So it's
you were gone. That's what Ed and I were kind of chatting about. Like, maybe we should eat better because we could have a healthier lifestyle. And he's like, "Is that a hint?" And I was like, "No, we." I was saying me too, but pretty funny. So callers call in 866-826-1340, 866-826-1340. If you have any questions for Leslie, she's the expert on all of this. And some of the times I can tell, like, since the last time you were on the show, I've referred people to you, and they're like, she's going to tell me to stop eating chocolate. She's going to tell me to stop doing this or this. And I'm like, no, she's not going to tell you to stop. I mean, moderation's key anyway. And you can have the things you love, but it doesn't mean go through a drive-through every time you don't feel like cooking or something, having moderation and that kind of stuff. I gave up drive-through food for a little while, and then for Lent, because and then Easter happened, and we had one of them. I'm not going to bash which drive-through I went through, but it didn't feel good. You can tell that the difference in our body when we actually cook and eat clean, that we felt laggy and gross, and it just wasn't the same. But when we're used to it, it's like, yum, those fries, like that kind of stuff. So
and you could still have the fries. You could have the dark chocolate. If you still love to go through the infamous coffee place that has all these great frappuccinos and everything, cut the syrup in half. Go to a smaller size to wean yourself eventually to go organic. I mean, I'm drinking my organic honey tea with raw honey, which is local from farmers that have their honey in my area. So you could still live and thrive. I mean, I like chocolate chip cookies, but I don't overdo it. I mean, I like my meat. I eat everything.
Because Leslie and I are personal friends as well as business colleagues. And she's like, let's do a Zoom happy hour just to catch up. And so I took her literally, and it was on a Saturday night or something, and she had her organic tea, and I didn't. I'll throw myself out there like I thought it was happy hour, so here's me with my light beer.
Well, there's organic
Said
wine.
happy hour, but
Hey,
to somebody
yeah,
like you, that doesn't mean you're like, I have my ginseng with
I'm
ginseng
happy.
tea with honey, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and no rum in there, like nothing. Don't call it happy hour then. That's not happy.
But this has taken me
866
years. Yeah, this is something that's
826
not,
1340.
yeah.
Call in with questions. So, what are some tips, Leslie? And wait, actually, before we get to that, let me take our first break. And then, what are some tips to make us get into that pattern and to live the happier mind, body, spirit lifestyle that you're so it's proven to you that it works? But 866-826-1340. We'll be back with Moments of Clarity with Tiffany in just a moment. Stay tuned.
You're listening to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Werner. We welcome your input at 866-826-1340. Tiffany will be right back after this.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hello, my name is Lucy Lopes, and I'm a real estate agent that supports ending the stigma on mental health with Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. I am also passionate about helping you buy or sell your home. With times being so difficult, I'm here to help. Contact me at lucylopes.com. That's LUCYLOPES.com. Let me assist you through this pandemic and know that you are not alone.
Hi, this is Tiffany Werner, your host of Moments of Clarity. Living with a mental health disorder is not easy. If you or someone you know are struggling with this, please know it's so important to seek treatment, and I'm here to help. Please visit the website at momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com to view blog posts and resources on this site to help educate and inspire you to take action, because there's no shame in seeking help for mental health. While you're there, please take a few seconds to sign up for my email list. You'll get some extremely valuable educational and entertaining content that can be sent right to your inbox each week. Plus, you'll also get instant and free access to my guide on managing your anxiety. You can also follow me on Twitter at mocwithtiffany and at Facebook at Tiffany Werner. And once again, the website is momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com. Thank you so much for your support and for listening to your show, because change can only come when we stand together as one.
Are you looking for a great book? If you like to root for the underdog, Joe Potosi's book is a book for you. A real American Odyssey that will grab your attention with its fast-moving narrative. You won't be able to put this masterpiece down. When the Dust Settled by Joe Potosi. Go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or Zulin Press.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
We are back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Werner. To join in the discussion, call 866-826-1340. Now, here's Tiffany Werner.
Hello, and welcome back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. My name is Tiffany Werner. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm your host. And today with me, I have a health wellness expert, and she has East-West Functional Training as well, a company, and as well as her podcast, Keep It Dirty, but it doesn't mean dirty. It means getting out of the being dirty, and so many other things. Welcome back, Leslie Dowling.
Thank you. So your question to me, I guess, was, I think the beauty of what I do, and that I live and walk the walk, that I could, I am proof that you can live healthy. You can have a long life. You don't have to suffer from acute illness if you deal with people like what I do. And what we do is we're like the detectives. So we work with the patient and the medical profession. We are the liaison and bridging the gap to really getting to know the person, because you hear these words thrown out: bio-individual, biostrategies, and from birth to current age, we really get to know: did you have acute illness as a child? Did you have issues with food allergies and stressors, emotional eating, the mental health and clarity? However, for me, you were saying, how can people start on this health kick? Just start reading labels. I mean, I go back to real simple. When I started this over 20 years ago for my family, I started really being my own advocate, because here in the US, They have banned most of the boxed and packaged products that we shop, where we shop in the middle aisles in the European countries. They will not put those products on the shelves because it is just wreaking havoc with our system. So start assessing what you have in your fridge and in your pantry, and start eating seasonally, whole foods. You might have to prep things, but for example, a go-to is a shake that I make every morning. I switch it up, but if you could get some organic spinach, dates, coconut water, because that is the best way of replenishing your electrolytes. It's the most natural way. Chia seeds, goji berry, which goji berries are superfoods. And you could find that in most supermarkets in your organic section, either apples or pears. I have something that
It
just,
does something else too. I forget. I
yeah,
was interviewing somebody else, and it does something else. Replenish either like memory or um, talk detox after coming off of substance abuse and that kind of stuff.
there are certain herbs.
Yeah,
And for some reason, I know what you're talking about, and it's on the tip of my tongue. But
it'll
there are
come to me.
herbs.
But chia seeds is has been mentioned quite a few times when I'm interviewing people as well.
Mhm.
Call in 866-826-1340, or leave a comment on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. And but we have a great question here. Sleep, it's from Summit Innovations on Facebook, and it says sleep is really important, but why nowadays do we not prioritize it? And what can we do to get more sleep? Because I'm from Harvard, answered that one too. I'm guilty of being off my sleep pattern lately, Leslie. I got to tell you, and I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'll be very transparent. My husband, through COVID, and I think a lot of people that were in the workspace where they were traveling a lot, when they realized that they were not going to be traveling and flying to their destinations for business and had to be under roof, which he was not for over 20 years, it hit him really hard, and that affected his sleeping patterns, which then affected him with anxiety,
Hmm.
depression, seasonal depression, and it just heightened that more. So I think we are all globally feeling that, and when you don't get your sleep, you also start depleting yourself of all your vitamins and nutrients. You're not eating healthy, so it's really like a domino effect. So to slowly just, simple things like, and
Turning off the electronics 2 hours
yes,
before, because the blue screen actually depletes our natural melatonin in our brain.
yeah,
For some of us, it's hard to do that when we work virtually so much, um, especially since COVID. But turning down the fluorescent lights and making the ambiance, like the lamps behind you, putting lamps and candles on, kind of make us naturally sleep. Also, taking a hot shower right before bed and then getting into the sheets drops the core body temperature and helps us go back right to sleep. We just have to basically, and there's other things like avoiding caffeine past a certain hour and stuff like that, but it's more of a mindset of retraining your schedule on purpose. And that's what I need to do myself, because I start to work late at night, and that's when the kids are asleep the the house is quiet and I can just get work done, and you want to do mom time and clean the house and eat dinner and that kind of stuff, and then it's like, oh, I have to get back to work, and then all of a sudden I'm looking at the clock and it's 2 a.m., and then I'm having a hard time getting up in the morning and being focused and overdoing caffeine, and
mhm,
the pattern. And it's been since actually February, since I caught COVID, that this has been happening, because I felt so laggy. The COVID, it took, even after being fully vaccinated, I caught it, and I was super careful. I don't even know how I caught it, to be honest, but it hit me hard. And then the lag afterwards was really hard to like get myself back to normal, whatever normal is, but my normal self.
yeah.
And I don't know if I'm quite there yet, but it's getting there. I can tell the difference than 3 weeks ago, let's just say. And it was February. It's been 2 months already, but still, it's hard.
It hits you hard, and it hits your weakest link. Unfortunately, my husband got COVID like the first summer that we really were full blown into it, and it affected his mental clarity and stability, and that's what triggered 6 months later the lack of sleep, along with not traveling. So unfortunately, studies show now after 2 years that it's really hitting the weakest link and having long-term effects, and that's why we have to build our immune system and eat healthier. So it's the work that I do, is really important now for people to be more aware of how they're living, on all different ends with your stressors in your lifestyle and what you're putting in your mouth and the environmental triggers too.
Well said, and that's really great. Off topic, Earth Day started in 1970, and from some innovations on Facebook, he Googled it. and,
I know, because that's how yeah.
It was well. He Googled it and admitted that he Googled it. So I'm not just assuming. We got some great questions. If people don't want to call in, 866-826-1340. It's coming on live chat. But so here's another one that um, from LinkedIn Live, Joe Potosi. Hi, Joe. It says, "What has been your greatest accomplishment since your quote unquote shift?"
Wow. I would just say, hearing back, and every 6 months to a year, I check in with the companies I've worked with to create that optimal performance in their workspace, in their environment, and feeling good. Coming back to me and just saying, I'm having such a wonderful relationship with my spouse and my family now because you have taught me how to take those breaks during work, how to eat healthier, and to really put things in perspective in a mental state of just clarity, moments of clarity. So in that respect, that is just such, I'm so passionate about that. So that would be I would say, so the most gratifying, just like a teacher, a student coming back after all those years and giving them a hug and saying, it was because of you that I pursued this and I love what I do.
Great answer. Jason off of YouTube, IMJ Designs, says Leslie biostrategy is a game changer in functional space. I love your work. What is biostrategy?
What is biostrategy? Encompasses the body, mind, spirit, and that's when I work with people, I create optimal performance in their workspace. Years ago, I used to be a residential and commercial designer, creating spacing, office space for optimal performance. So ergonomically, I come into the picture, creating very individualized packages for each company and for the executives. Also a health plan to eat healthier, creating those breaks, and also really taking a deeper dive with stressors that they might have that they don't even realize they have, just coming into the work environment. How are they feeling every morning and getting the sleep?
Mm-hmm.
And
Sleep
I'm going
is
to say everybody that's listening, all the viewers, 3-day journal. Take 3 days and write breakfast, lunch, dinner. Write down what you're eating, the amount of water you're intaking every day, and how you're feeling. What is your emotion connected with the foods? And you will see a pattern. You might not realize that you were so bloated or feeling inflamed when eating carbohydrates or certain foods. And that's the first step to really creating that awareness of what's going on with your body and how you're feeling. And that's, that's my first go-to. So I hope that helps.
I bet you it's a depressing journal for me.
No. It actually is an enlightening. And then you say, I didn't realize I did that.
I know what I'm saying. It would be depressing, and then I would have to change.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try that. I'm going to try it. Because just writing it down doesn't mean you have to change it those days. But then, like with psychology, a lot of my clients with self-esteem issues and self-confidence, one of the questions I ask is, if you met you, would you like you? So if you were somebody that had to follow you around, would you like who you are? And what would you do? Like, be brutally honest. Say, no, that person smokes, or that person is late, or that person procrastinates, or that person, or what you do like about them, or whatever. And then we see what we can change. What you don't like about yourself, there's always an opposite to what we can do,
Yeah,
and make
I
a
love that.
point to change those things and increase our self-esteem and our self-confidence. And a lot of people that feel like, oh, I'm bloated, or I don't like the way I look, or I feel whatever, this is exactly what the knowledge that they need to hear is, because you want to lose weight. It's a mindset. You have to want to. If you want to be healthier, you have to want to. It's not like, because the one thing with control is eating. People can be anorexic, bulimic, compulsive overeating, stress eating, all of that. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. A lot of survivors of assault and everything, child abuse, they have eating disorders because no one can force a person to eat, and no one can force a person to eat well. And so this is something that we have to do ourselves on purpose, right? It's just the way it is. Um, Another question also coming from Joe Potosi on LinkedIn. It says, what is your opinion about taking supplements?
First of all, I'm a big advocate in just starting to clear out what things that you're eating that's not really from what Mother Earth provides. I do say, we are so depleted in vitamin D. I think supplements are good for certain people. But at the end of the day, the same thing, just like reading what's on the box products that you will be feeding your family and children, because there are a lot of supplements out there that are encased from genetically modified, the corn kernels. And you might not even be aware that you might have a sensitivity to corn. And here you're taking these supplements that is creating further sensitivities. So just make sure you understand and you know where these sources are coming from. Where are they being manufactured? Is it overseas? You just have to really, and also I always say, before you start this journey of taking supplements, get a complete blood count, CBC panel. Talk to your doctor, see if there's any major underlying things that are going on. And that's something, because the advice I give, I always tell everybody, you have to seek professional advice prior to coming to me. And that's a medical doctor. I do have several years of my board certifications. However, you have to cover yourself, and you have to make sure that supplements and herbs could be very powerful. So you have to be careful, because what your friend is taking might not be good for you.
Well said. Everyone's individual. I think Ed had a question. Ed?
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask your opinion of taking local honey.
Awesome. That's what I'm doing right now. The local, make sure it's raw. Okay.
Right.
Raw
right.
honey.
Okay.
Because that also has properties in it that build your immune system. I find now that if I eat the local raw honey, I put in my coffee. I don't put anything else in my coffee except for the honey. It builds your immune system, and I don't have the allergies like I did. I used to have the full-blown allergy.
What is raw honey versus in a jar? Like, what do you mean?
Well, the refined, processed, they strip a lot of the honey of its of the properties that it really needs to do the good.
So do we need like a honeycomb, or
no? It's homegrown. It doesn't go through any processing.
Right, and you can find
that organic.
Yeah, in Palm Harbor, there's plenty of places that sell raw honey.
You'll have to tell Tiffany. Yeah.
Hey, one thing before we hit the break, I said that 1974, the Indian commercial, I actually checked. It was 1971 that debuted to help Earth Day the second year.
Oh, wow. So 1970 was Googled wrong, huh?
No, 1970 was first Earth Day. The Indian commercial debuted in 1971 to help Earth Day for the second year.
Oh.
I don't remember that.
I two winners now.
Standing on the shoreline, the garbage is rolling in.
I remember.
It's American Indian. The tear goes down. Yeah. But it ran for years in the 70s.
Yes, they need to bring it back.
One question before our break: is cleanse or fasting really effective or even healthy?
I go back to seek your healthcare professional. Some people might be diabetic, that they have underlying causes, hypoglycemia. So fasting to me, because hundreds of years ago, sundown, like even 7 o'clock, eat an early dinner, and then wait 12 hours until the next day. Maybe start eating breakfast at 8 or 9 o'clock. That gives your body to rest and restore, because we're so known to snack at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and it doesn't have time for the body to digest.
Isn't it good to eat the same time every day? Like, try to keep a schedule about eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner around the same time every day, just to build the metabolism?
It's well, to build the metabolism, to give yourself a jump start, definitely. And I'm not the best about this, but in the morning, have a breakfast. They say eat more earlier. So breakfast could be your biggest.
Watermelon too is really good in the morning. It helps the water and the cleansing.
Yeah, and also warm water with lemon. Yeah, the lemon water
And
is
raw
an
honey.
astringent. You could do the raw honey and cayenne pepper if you could take that, or apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, I've been hearing apple cider vinegar. Some people take a capful every day to build the metabolism.
I do a shot, but I can't do. I put in warm water. I go like this, and
Yeah, because it doesn't taste all that great. But
I don't like it.
well,
But
such
I do
great
it.
questions from our audience and from the listeners, and such great answers from the guests. And we're late for our second break. We're going to be back with Moments of Clarity with Tiffany in just a moment. Stay tuned.
We will return to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner after these messages.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
If you are like most people, you worry with the financial challenges you face today. How do you protect your family from financial ruin? How will you reduce your liabilities and get out of debt sooner? And how can you deal effectively with the constant changes in your job, your career, and your business? Overcoming your financial challenges is like building a house. You must build from the ground up. You must learn how to make more money, save more money, grow your money, and protect your money. Forever Forward Financial specializes in teaching you these 4 basic money skills so you can achieve your dreams and end your worry. Call us today and schedule your complimentary, no-obligation meeting to discuss your needs and concerns. Call Scott Bigley at 727-422-7761.
Are you having trouble staying sober after you've completed rehab and need a positive environment to help you continue sobriety? At Real Recovery Sober Living, we strive in both community and environment for men in early sobriety to help support you while in early recovery. For only $750 a month, we cover everything you need when it comes to a safe, clean, and accountable environment necessary for success in sobriety. Check out our website at realrecoveryfl.com. That's realrecoveryfl.com. We have 6 locations in Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Brandon, North Tampa, and Bradenton, because everyone deserves a quality, sober living.
Hi, this is your host, Tiffany Warner from Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. I want to thank you for all your support on ending the stigma on mental health for over the past 7 years and with over 600 episodes, as well as several award nominations and placing as a finalist in 3 categories on the People's Choice Podcast Award last year. If you're listening to this on audio, please visit and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Moments of Clarity with Tiffany and enjoy viewing previous shows in case you missed any live. If you're interested in advertising and would like to promote your company, it is affordable and an effective way to get your company the attention it deserves. I also welcome potential guests as well, and all information can be found on my website at mocwithtiffany.com. Thank you again for your continued support, as change can only come when we stand together as one.
Hi, this is Tiffany Warner, your host of Moments of Clarity. I'd like to give a shout out to musician-songwriter Don Lawson, who wrote, produced, and performed all the vocals and instruments on my Moments of Clarity theme song. Don gained his inspiration as a mental health counselor himself. He's always looking for artists to record his songs, and you can hear more of Don's music at reverbnation.com/Don Lawson. You can also check him out on Twitter at Don Lawson Music. Thank you so much, Don, for your contribution to Moments of Clarity and ending the stigma on mental health. It's awesome.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Now back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner, licensed mental health counselor. To engage in the conversation, call 866-826-1340. Here's Tiffany.
Hello, and welcome back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. My name is Tiffany Warner, licensed mental health counselor and your host. Happy Earth Day, everyone. And as we established, it began in 1970, but became something in 71 and so forth. My guest today is a health, wellness expert and has so many tips and tools for us to live a happier, longer life. And welcome back to Moments of Clarity, Leslie Dowling. And we have one more question from the chat, and then I really want to get to promote you before the show ends so that we can find you and hire you and listen to your podcast and live happier, longer lives. The comment is Facebook, and I say from someone Innovations on Facebook, thank you for watching virtually, everyone, from LinkedIn to Facebook to Twitter and YouTube especially. And if you're watching, please share this to your platforms and hit subscribe and give the show a like. Anyway, the question is a cleanse or fasting really effective or even healthy? No, wait, I'm sorry. We already got that one. The question is, what is better, 3 meals a day or more smaller meals throughout the day?
That's a great question. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it again. We are all different. We're all walking journals, different stories. So for me, at this point in my life, 3 meals are great. When I was pregnant with my 3 sons, I would get very lightheaded, so I would have smaller meals. And so you really have to do some investigating and work with the client to see what would be the best for them. So that's my answer.
And what their goal is, to be healthier or the metabolism, to lose weight, that kind of stuff. Because I know a lot of people eat just like a handful of almonds or like just little tiny healthy things because it keeps the metabolism going. But
yeah,
to prevent heart disease might be different, or that kind of thing. So I get what you're saying. Everybody's individualized. And especially if it's a diabetic, you have to follow different meal plans as well.
Yeah. My grandmother was diabetic, and she would have little snacks or almonds or, things that she would keep in her purse. So when she would feel lightheaded, she would have at least her snack with her.
Yeah. So, I mean, all these things. So how do we find you to get to your website and everything?
Sure. Well, first of all, Jason, yes, I'll be speaking to Sandra Bullock soon about part 4 of the movie Speed. No, I'm only kidding.
Is that one of the
That was one of the questions. But seriously, I'm really excited that I am really getting back into the corporate world and working with executives, employees, creating those biostrategies I discussed. If people are interested in that or working one-on-one with me, they could look and check me out on my website, East West Functional Training LLC, or also my Instagram. They could DM me on the back channel on East West Functional Training. So there are several ways they could reach me, or I am on LinkedIn and Facebook, but those probably are the 2 best.
Is it all East West Functional Training?
Yes.
Just like this across the screen. I didn't misspell it.
Yes, that's correct.
East West Functional Training and Leslie Dowling, but on Instagram and everything, it's East West Functional Training.
Yes.
Right. And it's once you say it a few times, you can catch on. East West Functional Training. East West Functional Training.
Yes.
Give me a second. Like, Leslie, what's your company's name? East West Coast, East West Functional Training, LLC. And what can you do for those that find you?
Yeah. So if somebody finds me and they
Especially from the show, last time you gave people a discount.
Yeah. So if anybody mentions that they were listening in to Moments of Clarity today, I will give you a free 45-minute consultation.
Wow.
And if you have any questions before we set up a consultation, write some questions down that you might have, because sometimes when you start speaking to people, speaking to somebody, a practitioner, you forget things that you want to, bring to the forefront. So yeah, I'd be happy.
Does that go for the host?
Yes, absolutely. I'm always there for you. Wait, what is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's really quick. But free 45-minute consultation from mentioning and moments of clarity. And that's a big deal because in 45 minutes, we can learn a lot.
Yeah.
Wesley, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. And again, and I'm going to keep bringing you back on because you've got a plethora, wealth of knowledge in areas that is not only psychology, but it's not psychology, but it applies to how we can be psychologically and mentally more stable, more confident, feeling good. Like, like I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, that kind of thing. Time to feel good. That kind of thing. And yeah, no, I don't sing for a living, guys. It's okay. But but having a pep in your step, wanting to wake up when the alarm goes off rather than hitting the snooze button 20 times. I don't know who does that, but just kidding. That kind of thing. But some people just wake up and they're just like, it's morning, let's go. And then some are like, no, I don't want to get up. And it's not because they don't like what they're getting up to. It's more just like wanting to sleep. And I need to get back on that schedule. I want to be more of a morning person. And so I'm going to follow that. And I'm going to actually take you up on that consultation during our happy hour. But this time I know to bring ginseng tea.
Or chamomile. Chamomile's good in the evening.
Whatever, I'll have to go shopping in the organic section and get some raw honey too.
Come to my side.
Come to your side. Break on through to the other side. Oh, it's been so fun having you on. And any takeaways that you would like to say before we go?
You know what? You live one life to live. Why not make it the best? Why not feel good about yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually? So that's all I want to spread. I want to spread the word and have people just really empower themselves and live healthier.
And why not now? I'm putting that across the screen. Why not? And why not now?
I love that.
And why wait till New Year's resolutions to start now? Like, it's just a day, another year. Start now. So it's April 21st. Pretend it's New Year's.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Because I don't do New Year's resolutions.
Oh, it's just I find them silly. Okay, I'm gonna quit smoking. Not me, but people are like, I'm gonna quit smoking. They never do. It's like you hear the resolution is dropping, like chimes.
In February.
Yeah. So make it a lifestyle change, and then it doesn't become a chore. It's a lifestyle. Thank you so much for being on Moments of Clarity. It's time to close up our show. Everyone, be kind to yourself and a stranger. You never know what they're going through. We're on live every Thursday, Friday, 12 to 1. See you there. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Twitter and send it a like and share it. And see you guys, and contact me if you want to be a guest, a sponsor, or advertise on the show. And have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Just making sure it was closing the show. There we go.
Now it clicks. Don't put yourself down. Time for a change. Believe in yourself. Time to rearrange. Be your best friend. Bring hope to your day. Lose your critic. Get out of your way. Now it clicks. Moments of clarity. Now I hear moments of clarity. Now I get it, moments of clarity. To yourself be kind, it will please your mind. Find your joy, trust in you. Put in the time, you'll see how you grow. Many kinds of love you get to define. find self-love, your soul will align. Now it clicks, moments of clarity. Now I hear moments of clarity.